Welcome back, dear lizards. Welcome back in Grim Dawn. I hope you are well. I hope you have a great time. We are getting closer to the end. I said it already 500 times, I think, but this time it seems to be for real. So, yeah, we are on the remnants of Corvan City, on the way to the Tomb of the Eldritch Sun. I think we're really closing in. We are here somewhere, so it can't be far. And this is kind of concerning. I oversaw a text to read when I cleared out my inventory. I found that. So let's see. I stand before the Eldritch Sun. Here, atop the sacred spire, I bear witness to a tragedy. The land's wounds weep with the blood of the divine, his scarred flesh marred by the wickedness of false gods from a bygone era. The devastation is almost too much to behold. So intimately was the land tied to its benefactor. If it is ever to be heard, the Eldritch Sun must be released. Each dawn brings us closer to our goals. Last night I beheld the wondrous ascension of our father. His screams echoed through temple halls. He too now bears the burning scars. The burdens of our God carries are made lighter by his sacrifice. Others will soon follow and pray to the sun that I am chosen next. May his flesh carry the wool of Korvac. May my hands be made into weapons to carve a path for his return. As I stand here atop the sacred spire and the light of another dawn breaks through the twilight of night, I call to the heavens to grant me this honor. Korvac, hear my prayers. Grant me your flame and I shall rend you our foes into ash. Astros, the Sun Herald. That doesn't sound good to me. That I got burned? What they thought was the gods doing? But I kinda don't think it's the gods doing, or maybe it is. I mean, with this crazy gods, you never know. Maybe it was the gods doing. Who knows? Ugh, stairs. That's actually handy. But I have to go down anyway. I'm a bit nervous because we're drawing so close to the end. Fourth entry? We didn't find the fourth entry of Way on the Scholar? I was sure we had the fourth entry of him. Seemingly not. If anyone's wondering what I'm doing with my build in the time, like basically I'm just putting more points into the already into the things we already have. Because I don't really want to like go into anything else. I think we have all the skills we need. So I'm basically now like just improving them. Final entry of the Corvan expedition. I'm just not into reading right now because I read so much in the episodes before. That we read only when we did a bit of stuff. I don't like how this looks. I feel we're close to the temple, and I don't like it. Not one bit. Son of Uroboruuk? Uroboruuk? I don't believe my eyes. Wait a second, is this the famous...
Ah, you must be the pawn my sister's been sending around to do her sleuthing for her. And now here you are, and she's nowhere in sight. I must say I'm rather disappointed that she could not have bothered to show herself, especially at the moment of my victory. Unfortunately for you, you're standing in my way. And I simply cannot abide by that. I'm afraid you have to die.
Wait a second. Uroboruuk is the necromancer we're looking for all the time, no? Isn't he like this really undying necromancer guy? And you're going to tell me that Draebus and his sister are the children of Uroboruuk that we all the time were looking for? That is the master of the undead, like the Death's Ritual Order? I didn't expect to solve that mystery anymore. I thought we just like missed it out or something. But Draebus is actually his son. And we found him there, lying around there. And now we have to defeat Draebus? What the hell is going on here? Who are you?
The world may not know my name yet, but it will soon enough. I am Draebus, son of the immortal Necromancer and successor to his mighty mantle. I am the future of Cairn, the vessel of 1,000 tortured souls. You are as a gnat to me. Bow, and perhaps I will show mercy.
My, aren't you full of yourself? Yeah, I could tell him this, but this is actually Uroboruuk, the famous necromancer. I cannot believe it. Vessel of 1,000 swords? I want to say that, but I'm afraid that he will attack me. You spoke of a victory here?
Yes. With my father broken at my feet, there is nobody in this world that can stop me from achieving my goals. Not even my sister. Today marks the beginning of a new era for Cairn. The era of Draebus. It's a shame you will not live to see its glory.
Your father?
The fool wandered the world for centuries, never thinking about what he left in his wake. My father squandered his power, his immortality. I will not make the same mistake. Now, as for you, I'm afraid your time is up.
What about your sister?
I once hoped that she would join me, but it has become abundantly clear that she does not see things as I have. So she will burn, along with anyone else that stands in my way. Like you. Ah, the world may
My,
not know
aren't you
name
full of
yet.
yourself?
Don't mock me. I stand on the precipice of true immortality and power beyond imagining. All will bow before me and despair. Your corpse will be just another stepping stone.
What the hell? I didn't think this girl all the time was the daughter of Uroboruuk. What the hell did we just find out here? This is such a surprise, actually.
Bask in my power!
That skill's not ready.
I don't know if we have any means of defeating this dude.
Have a taste! Bask in my power!
That skill's not ready.
Have a taste!
Can't do that yet.
Have a taste!
That skill's not ready.
Have a taste!
No! Whoa, this dude is actually really strong. Of course, he's the son of fucking Uroboruuk. Sorry for my... Let's just give her the quest and then
Welcome back.
return. The messenger is dead. You've banished the messenger? Then why do I still sense its presence? Why does its fury still cloud my visions? Perhaps it cannot truly be killed, at least not by any means known to us. I believe you, but there may be something we don't know about this being. I'm concerned that this is not the end of its malice. I'm pretty sure it's dead. I trust you. You seem certain that you killed it. But that may not be the end of this foul creation of Korvac. Perhaps it is connection to the forgotten god that allows it to endure. Or perhaps it is a rage manifest, such purity of raw emotion that it wills itself to endure beyond mortal wounds. I must discuss this with the Elder Seers. Thank you again for assisting in this matter. For now at least, we can consider it settled. Can you tell me about the messenger? Folk tales would describe a fiery visage coming to people in their dreams or in times of desperation, offering them salvation and solace from their life's woes. Its presence is said to precede great disaster, but perhaps that is the excuse given by those committed to horrible deeds in the name of Korvac. It is through this messenger that Korvac spread its vile lies and ensnared the souls of Father Kaiman and his desperate followers. But the beast is banished now for what it's worth, thanks to you. Before you said something about its possibly returning. Indeed, death may not have been the end of this foul spawn. Perhaps it is connection to the forgotten god that allows it to endure, or perhaps it is rage manifest, such purity of raw emotion that it wills itself. Oh, maybe so. Okay. Ooh! I am actually surprised how this turned out. I didn't expect the Stalia and her brother to be actual... Oops. Let's press every button, no matter. I didn't expect them to be actually the kids of Uroboruuk and that we finally find this guy. I didn't expect to find the lost Necromancer. The founder of the Order of Death Ritual. The very Uroboruuk that is fabled to legends and whatsoever. And that this girl and her brother are like descendants of him.
Have a taste! Bask in my power! Have a taste!
Die! Please!
I can't do
Yes! So we actually did find Uroboruuk. I never thought that possible.
And so,
Come on.
And so, my misguided child lies dead, far from the land of his birth. I've witnessed many of my progeny perish over the centuries, such is the curse of my existence, but none stung as much as this. I thought myself above his pain, that my pursuit of atonement superseded his naive ignorance. I see now, I was wrong. In my hubris, I created a monster, the force of my own undoing.
Travis was too far gone.
He was consumed by his hatred for me. In another life, perhaps he would have stood by my side as we sealed this tomb forever. I'm afraid now, that duty falls to another. I've witnessed the passing of centuries, but now I find myself wishing I had more time.
I have so many questions!
I will answer what I can in the short time that we have.
The Order's been looking for you, Master. A foolish errand and a waste of time. My purpose there had been served. The ancient art has been restored. The Order no longer requires my guidance. Sealing the evils of this tomb was to be my final act, the end of centuries of anguish. To stand at the cusp of my journey, only to fail. Our existence certainly has a taste for cruelty.
I will answer what I can in the short time that we have.
What happened in Arcovia? Uroboruuk stares past you into the distance. Arcovia. Perhaps my most troubling legacy. Uroboruuk's eyes snap back to you. It was a land of opulence, of people obsessed with pursuits of the flesh. The oligarchs were consumed with consolidating their authority at any cost, even if it meant the downfall of the nation. I lived in Arkovia for a time. I bore witness to atrocities committed against my kind in the name of justice and keeping of the peace. Eventually they came for me as well. I was brought to the despicable tomb prison they called the Steps of Torment and left to the whims of their chief executioner, Alchemos. When they discovered I could not die, the tortures they imparted upon me pushed the limits of human imagination. Naturally, this drew the attention of the oligarchs who hungered for my immortality. They demanded I show them, but I refused. And so I was put to renewed torture day and night without rest. In the end, I relented in a way. They thought me broken, defeated, but it was a mere ruse. I was finished with the Arkovians and the depravity. They would all suffer 1,000-fold for the torment I endured. I gave them their immortality and cursed their progeny for all time. Then, as they were distracted by their twisted gift, I made my escape. They would not discover the nature of my curse for some time, but by then I was long gone. Arkovia bears the weight of my hubris to this day. An entire people wiped out by my hand for the actions of few.
I will answer what I can in the short time that we have.
If Dravis was your son, then Dahlia... I fathered many children. Few of them ever knew me as Dravis and Dahlia did, and even they did not know much. Such attachments breeds only agony. I slight Dahlia as I did Dravis, but unlike him, she sought to forgive. She was a daughter I did not deserve. You abandoned your children? If you endure enough lifetimes, emotional attachments start to lose all meaning. As I sought to atone for my sins, I believed myself above the concerns of mortals. Perhaps I was simply too afraid of loss. But who can withstand watching their children die as you outlive them time and again?
I will answer what I can in the short time that we have.
You lived for centuries? Yes, I've witnessed the rise of empires and their inevitable fall. I played no small part in one of them. I was there when the gods grew silent and the world was left to the machinations of mortals and ascendants. But this is no gift. I paid a dark price for this cursed existence. How did you do it? Do you hope to replicate my rituals? I performed unthinkable acts, sacrificed others for my own gains. I still hear their anguished cries within me when I close my eyes. Immortality was mine so long as I was willing to repeat my mistakes. Lifetimes of guilt had eroded my arrogance, however. My most recent ritual laid unused that is until Dravis stumbled upon it and achieved partial success.
I will answer what I can in the short time that we have.
What brought you here? I wish to atone for my sins by putting my skills to the only purpose they serve, destruction. A threat is rising beneath the sands and I sought to extinguish it. Can you bring down the barrier?
When Dravis confronted me at the temple steps, I saw the madness consuming his soul. But I also saw the anguish that I had wrought upon it. Dravis was unwilling to listen to reason. I erected the barrier so that he could not enter the tomb by any means. But I could not bring myself to strike down my own child. Now my powers are nearly spent. The souls flowing through my veins seek their release. I sense that my time has finally come. It appears that you and I had similar goals. The evils within this tomb must not be set free. I will lower my barrier, enter the tomb of the Eldritch Sun, and complete my task. Vanquish the darkness and bring a momentary peace to Cairn.
Thank you for your sacrifice. Uroboruuk's possessions. Mother's pendant. This pendant is all that remains of Uroboruuk. It features the silhouette of a young woman carved in bone but no names or initials. Deliver it to somebody it was important to, maybe Dahlia. Whoa. I never ever expected it to turn out like this. I am impressed, actually, how the events turned. Ooh, let's read the rest of it, and in the next episode we go in there, or do we go in there first and read the rest of it later? I'm not much in the mood of reading now everything, because it's also not super important. That said, we end the episode still today here, because I don't want to overdo it with one episode. So in the next episode we finally go into the tomb, seal whatever's in there, and hopefully return to give Dela this pendant and get famous and riches and praise for our duties. Ooh, I can't even. No, I'm nervous. Okay, so don't miss out on this. Come back in the next episode, please. Leave a like, a subscription, then you won't forget to come back. And until then, stay healthy. Take care of yourselves, my two truly dear lizard friends. Phew, you have to come back. I need a bit of emotional support for this. So, thank you very much. We see each other in the next episode. Until then, stay healthy. Take care of yourselves. Don't dabble in necromancy if you don't actually know what you're doing. The price is high. We see each other. Until then, bye!